Hello everyone, and welcome to another edition of Louisiana Focus. I'm Erica Johnson.
And I'm Iman Boyd. The midterm election is next week, and one failed proposal to increase turnout is leaving voters with more questions than answers.
Also, a graduate student shares her perspective with us on UL diversity.
And St. Jude holds their regular fundraiser. These stories and more next on Louisiana Focus.
Louisiana Attorney General Jeff Landry recently ruled that free bus rides on Election Day is considered illegal. Many Lafayette residents believe that the rides would have increased voting. Our Roman Glancy has more.
I feel like we should have it for voting because it's more important.
The thought of free bus rides on Election Day was a real thought for just a moment. The increase in voter participation was the aim, and the idea had many residents believing this would be great for the area.
I think giving free bus rides to go vote is a great thing. It gives people that have limited access to transportation a way to exercise their rights to go vote.
The Attorney General technically is only supposed to issue official opinions if he is requested to do so by an elected body within Louisiana. So for instance, if the City Parish Council wanted an opinion from the Attorney General, they would have to put it to a vote, and a majority on that council would have to vote, yes, we want the Attorney General to give us opinion. That didn't happen here. The Attorney General, who was CrossFit buddies with one guy, and who has just a personal friendship with another guy, said, oh sure, I'll give an opinion on that. Which technically is in violation of our Louisiana state constitution.
After calling the Attorney General's office, we weren't given a clear response as to why the decision was made illegal.
I don't know if that's something we've issued an opinion on. I know I'm sure you're referencing that the Attorney General had spoken to, I think, one of the council members a couple months ago, or a couple weeks ago. I can see if we put an official statement, if we put an official opinion out. If we haven't, then it's not something we would just opine necessarily on.
But even if free bus rides on voting day were to become a reality, there would still be some challenges.
I think they'll try to put some type of standard or regulation on it, like only this type of people could get free bus rides.
I think Louisiana, if we become progressive enough as a state, then we can move towards that direction. We still have a couple other steps to take before we get to that point.
Though it's illegal here in Louisiana, many other states have free bus rides for their residents.
This is something that's actually done in states across the country regularly. Both in places that we might think of as liberal, Michigan for instance, but also places that are really conservative, Waco, Texas. So most people don't think of this as a partisan issue, and yet our Attorney General decided to make it into one.
The idea of free buses to the voting booths were spoken about incorrectly.
This plan was not to take people directly to their polling locations. They would still have to figure out how, to make sure they're on the right bus, right, and all of that. But it would have at least made transportation a little more accessible that day.
Despite the fact that the decision for free bus rides was overruled, commuting voters hope to see a change by the next election. I'm Roman Glancy with photojournalist Ashley Hamilton.
At UL, just a little over 1/3 of student enrollment is a minority. This statistic opens the door of challenge and opportunity for university leaders to tackle when dealing with race. But as Jamila Flugel reports, consulting minority students themselves could give the university a more authentic voice when dealing with diversity.
The University of Louisiana at Lafayette Office of Campus Diversity is a specific department designed to focus on issues of diversity as well as prevent discrimination while attending college.
Primarily, we advise the university president on issues of diversity, equity, and inclusion. We offer a lot of educational programming to support our students, faculty, and staff. We meet with a lot of student organizations to get them to think about cross-cultural engagement.
Students facing discrimination on campus is common. The Office of Campus Diversity at the University of Louisiana at Lafayette has policies in place for students to feel comfortable on campus.
One of the things we do have in place, which I think is a really great resource for students, faculty and staff, by the way, is an anonymous reporting system. There are oftentimes situations where students will face discrimination or situations on campus that they don't really want to report and actually acknowledge who they are when they report.
The anonymous reporting is done through the Moodle page, and graduate student Kayla Vance agrees that this option is a good start in solving diversity issues on campus.
Yeah, I think it could be definitely utilized. I don't know how quick the response would be, but I'm definitely more of like a handle something face-to-face type thing. But for someone who might be a little bit more shy, or if the situation wasn't directed specifically at them, it could be a viable resource.
Kayla Vance never personally experienced racism as an undergraduate at another university, but she was aware of certain instances where there was a problem.
At my other university, I didn't face any direct discrimination, but there were definitely some events that took place on campus that were directed towards specifically African American students. During Black History Month, a lot of the posters that were meant to advocate for participation in Black history events for that month were vandalized and torn down and like reposted with a lot of negative words on them. So directly I was never affected, but I definitely like experienced some racism like indirectly.
Kayla Vance says that one of the ways to strengthen diversity on campus is for there to be a curriculum that focuses on minority history.
To make minorities feel more welcome, I think definitely offering a more wide range of coursework. I know that a lot of history classes, at least at my undergraduate university, were required, but it was American history or, European history or medieval history or something like that. Offering something, and the number of courses that are related to minorities are very, very small in relation to the things that are available for the majority. And the courses about majority populations are required in curriculum, while things that are meant for minority students are either electives or don't make like quota, so they're consistently not offered.
Vance also states that preventing discrimination is something that should be taught at home at a very young age. This will make the transition from minor to young adulthood a more inclusive experience. For Louisiana Focus, I'm Jamila Fluke.
Several Lafayette local organizations are helping St. Jude Children's Research Hospital fulfill their mission to help kids in need. And as our Haley Gonzalez tells us, funds raised here locally really makes a difference in extending a young person's life.
The Revere family lost their 13-year-old son, Parker, 4 years ago due to non-Hodgkin's lymphoblastic T-cell lymphoma cancer. Before Parker got sick, his parents regularly donated money to St. Jude.
Never thought we would need St. Jude down and brought him to the ER, and they did a scan on him, a CT, and told us that we needed an oncologist sooner than later. So we called our doctor, we discussed with several friends who had kind of been in this same boat, and we decided to go to St. Jude. We got there and he was critical. It was that chemo treatment that really saved his life, that stopped the cancer in its tracks. We were never billed one dime. We were in treatment for 18 months, both in Memphis and in Baton Rouge. We did not pay for housing, food, gas to get there and back, flights there and back. Everything 100% was covered.
Unfortunately, the treatment only extended Parker's life by 18 months. But Parker's mom is thankful for the time they were given and is appreciative of the charity that St. Jude offered.
St. Jude Children's Research Hospital is leading the way the world treats and understands cancer. And while parents in treatment children are undergoing treatment, no family ever receives a bill from St. Jude. So we thank you for coming out and thank you for supporting us.
Every year, the Up Till Dawn Committee puts on different benefits to help the children of St. Jude. Tonight, at Agave Mexican Grill, they're hosting Battle of the Bands.
So tonight, I'm with St. Jude Up Till Dawn, and basically it's a club on UL's campus that raises money for St. Jude. So we're having a Battle of the Bands here, and all of the money raised tonight is going to go to St. Jude to help the kids with cancer and find a cure.
Many people came to eat, listen to fun music, and support a great cause. Kat Hayes is a local singer and was thankful that she got the opportunity to play and support the organization.
I've never done anything with St. Jude before. I'm really excited about getting involved with them and doing my part because I really am passionate about community service and philanthropy.
Kat was one of the 4 performers at the Battle of the Bands fundraiser, including others such as Gypsy Sticks, Mankind's Remedy, and the Jets. Up Till Dawn has their next fundraiser in the spring. Keep a lookout for more ways to help out this organization. For Louisiana Focus, I'm Haley Gonzalez with photojournalist Kelly Burns.
And finally, Halloween came and went, and kids can now indulge in all the candy they can consume. But that makes it nearly impossible for them to finish it all. So what can they do with all the extra sweets? One local dentist tells us more.
Halloween can be a nightmare for both parents and dentists, but one local dentistry is buying back your children's leftover treats.
It's a win-win. It's great for us because we save people's teeth. It's great for the community because parents are going crazy with their kids on all the sugar.
Price and Associates have been collecting candy from local trick-or-treaters for over 3 years, and the kids' incentive? It's pretty sweet.
For every pound of candy that they turn in, they get $1, so they can get up to $5.
The Halloween candy buyback is more than just the cash reward. It's about giving the troops a sweet taste of home.
They're not losing anything, and the best part really is that all of the candy that we collect is going to the troops overseas.
One local trick-or-treater wouldn't mind being a part of the give back.
They may not be able to come here for Halloween with their kids, so we could give it to them.
Price and Associates have had minimal turnouts thus far, but they're hoping to continue getting the word out and making a difference in the community.
You're saving your kids' teeth here, but you're also helping create a connection on the other side of the globe, and that's something that's really incredible.
For Louisiana Focus, I'm Iman Boyd with photojournalist Erinika Johnson.
That's all the time we have for Louisiana Focus. Our camera operator is Roman Glancy, our teleprompter is Ty Mayon, and our production assistant is Jamila Fluker. Our production is Jared Provost.
Our technical director is Robert Francis, our director is Matt Roberts, and our faculty advisors are graduate assistant Amy Borax and Professor Patricio Salinas. I'm Iman Boyd.
And I'm Erinika Johnson. We'll see you next time on Louisiana Focus.